Boom. Right, I'm a bit sorry about this. I'm going to have real problems with it because my internet is really being duff on me today. Anyway, yes. So many of you can see I have got my Crafter's Companion out because I thought, sack it, I'm going to use mine because I can. So quite like this shape here. So I am going to mix it up a bit today. I want to show you what I did the other day. This was for one of the projects for my new, Patreon and subscription site where I got like mix it up. I've got we still got a M&N designs 40% off if you put Lou 40 or 40 Lou. And I got the images, and then I saw this, which is packaging, okay? And the packaging is for chicken, oven fried chicken, and it just absolutely matched what I was doing. So I got my foil pen out, and it's supposed to be distressed. This is from M&I, M&N. Oh, let me find it. It's a 40% 40% off, I think, and it was really cool. There we go. Let me get it. 40 for the discount, and that's that lady there. But this is all this is done in a project already filmed for my Patreons and subscriptions. You're going to get a project like this, you're going to get a diary project, you've got a journal, diary, scrapbooking maybe, but you're definitely going to get 4 different things, and it's £10 a month, but it's going to go all the way through. And this one is, if you see, it's just perfect, that shape. And I've distressed it, put it with the colours, and this is really gone into detail. There's going to be a list of stuff you need. So, this is like Decoupage Queen, M&N, one of mine, cardboard, and all sorts. So anyway, that's what I did. But I quite like the idea of using mix it up. So I really continue, but I want to do some drawing today. So I want to do some drawing, and I want to have, what I say. Oh, go away. I want to have like this ain't going to work here, is it? I've forgotten how to use this, That's terrible, isn't it? I'm just going to have a small. I'm just going to get on the edge of that there, and that straight there. I'm just going to put that there and that there. Okay, so just going to show you what I'm going to do. And I love this. I just forgot I had it. Seriously. Forgot I had it. There's my drug dealer. No, I'm only joking. I'm only joking. I'm only joking. It's not my drug dealer. Thank you so much. You are wonderful. Thank you, love. Right. Okay, so sorry about that, guys. The wonderful Alison over the road gets me a few bits and bobs because I can't go anywhere. So I hope I haven't moved. It shouldn't have. So very good. Right, so excuse me. So I'm just going to draw. Oh, bum. See, this is what you do. You get a bit cocky. Well, I do. A bit cocky, and it's like, slow down, enjoy it. I mean, if you're a parchment, a parcher, or whatever you call tricky, what I call you for a parchment or parcher, and a pergamano, perga. So I've just got myself a nice little shape. And the reason I'm doing this is so that I've got a shape within a shape. Now, what I could do is do that. But I think that one's a little bit too small for what I need. And it's going to be based on a word. And I might just trim it to fit this. But yeah, so, and I've got all the boards that go with it. So, you know, if I wanted to put like lines on it and what you would call it is. So get your Crafter's Companion out. I mean, I've had mine for years. It's in a case. I've got all these boards. And I'm just like, right, okay, I'm going to use this. Get it done. Right. So it's not a massive piece today, but I'm just going to mix it all up with different medias on it. So I've got that. Now, there's two things you can do. You can use it with the mount up, which I quite like actually, or the mount down. Yeah. And that just means that there's a groove in or a groove out. Groove in, groove out. And I'm just going to go and check who's in the room. Hi, Lou. Hi, friends. Hi, Carol. Hello, Angela. From my Yorkshire. Blavers Towers. Sounds good, that, doesn't it? Blather Hall. Ha ha. You don't need to get them now, Carol. Just, you know, what I'm saying is get them out. So I could do two here. Okay. This is it. Get them out. Denise. Hello, Denise. Right. So I'm just going to use my board here. And this is what I don't do enough. I don't use my board enough. Do you know what I mean? I sort of leave it and think, oh, well, let me get a ruler. But really, this is what we need is a board. So I'm just going to look. Oh, look at that's perfect. Right, couple of lines in the middle. So it's 8.5, so it's 4 1/4. I go for physio next week. Can't wait. Doing really well though. Well, I think I am. So I'm really happy with that. Oh, I'm going to use this. Okay, it's a bit smaller, but it doesn't matter. I could get 2 out of that. Oh, look at these. I've been doing these as well. Absolutely adore them. And these are for my Etsy shop. They're not finished like that because I've got tape on them, but they're going to be like mini works of art. Then they're going to be notelets. Well, not notelets, we don't, but cards. So, yeah. I've not finished them yet. I've got some that have got a nice outline and some that haven't. Some have got other stuff on them. But I have thoroughly. When we went to see my friends yesterday at the monastery. I sound like I'm really religious, but it is a spiritual place, but it's not religious, if you know what I mean. And I did the green ones, and I just thought they were so delicate. And then I put some new flowers in. Sod's law, isn't it? Sod's law. I don't think they're in this one, are they? No, I think they're in the other one. But I did some, and they're all really lovely. They've got like little loopings on. They're really cute. Well, right. Anyway, you don't want to know that. Oh, do you know what? Pasty alert. Yeah, pasty alert, Jane. Anyone watching? Pasty alert. Not saying no more. Delivery man. Pasty alert. Oh, it was shocking. It was how can I put it? It was a ripe, mature cheddar, Jane. Ripe, mature cheddar. If anyone else is what we know yesterday, I'm not saying no more. It was ripe. Very ripe, mature cheddar. No pasties were involved. No pasties were hurt. Oh, there's me. I'm kicking everything here with this bloody bit. I just kicked my other leg, you know. Massive bruise on it where I booted my other leg. So I've got my word. Right, I've got my round thing. Okay. Wishy-washy at Washy Towers. So I'm going to use a word and I'm going to see where it sort of takes me. Now, you don't have to be neat and tidy with this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw it, see how it goes. Because if I faff around, I never get it done. Never, ever get it done. So I'm just going to keep the word central. So looks absolutely criminal like that at the moment. But I'm just trying to keep some continuity while I do it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is when I map here, there's a bit too much of a gap there. So I'm just going to pull it in a little bit. So I'm keeping the line. I'm not continuing it, but you could. I've decided I'm not going to move anything because it'll just fluff it up. Right, looks mad, I know. So I'm just going to align there and align there. Okay, align there. This is if you don't do brush lettering and stuff like that. Add in a bit there and a bit there. Right, so Alexa, lower. Oh, it's off now. That probably can hear that, so I don't want to get in trouble. So do the T again. So right, I'm going to put a hook round there. Tell you he's really good at this, Lou Collins. Right. It looks proper bad like that, but don't worry. So we've got the word create. So I'm just going to, make sure that does that look too far away? This looks a bit too near, doesn't it? So let's push this out a bit. There we go. That's better, isn't it? Like that. So I've got the word create. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, everybody's poorly. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Everybody's poorly. Well, let's get creative, eh? I don't know whether I should bring it over a bit or make it bigger. See if I make it a little bit bigger, that would. Yeah, that's better. So because it looks bigger, it takes a bigger space. You see what I mean? It doesn't get us over. That's better, isn't it? Yeah. So I'm going to go on with a pen, believe it or not. Right into it. Get right in with a pen. Tell you what, I've been using this and I love it. A mapping pen. Been using it with me secret stuff. I haven't got any secret stuff. Who am I kidding? I don't possess secret stuff anymore. I have got some, but I'm not telling you. Secret. I'm sick of being tidy. I'm not ever going to be tidy again because I just control all the tidiness, and then I don't know where anything blooming is. So I'm going to go with a smaller pen and then a bigger pen. I think I need some more pens. Can you run out? Yes. The answer to that is yes, you can run out. So I'm going to go on with this first, okay? So I've got a small one, a number 1. I'm just maybe a bit, no, number 3. I'm just going to go slow and nice. Take it slow. I have warmed up. I don't mean lunges are out, but I have warmed up. So now I can start to bring my letters down if I wish. Create length and depth. I'm mirroring that shape of the C and the A. So like all these letters do join, but they're sort of they join sort of behind the other letters. That's better. So you can see now. I'm just going to put in a line, a squiggle, whatever you want to call it. Maybe put a little bit of an extra line. There we go. I really like that, and it makes me happy because it's a positive letter, word, inspiration, all those things that I've been needing at the moment. So yeah, I like it positive because I've been, you can get this weather, it can really drag you down, and next minute you're like, how did I get here? It's not literally the place. So I've got the word create. Those people who didn't see it, it's really simple. I'll do it on the back. You do your word, you watch, this will be better. So you create your word. Oh my goodness me, it is. Like that. You do your little blobs on them. It's so much better than that, but never mind. Never mind, never mind. So I'm going to now draw like a, you see, there could be a couple of things I could do to this. I could create, let me try both. Right, so what I could do is go around them, but these letters are very close to each other. So if I do that, I'll end up just fluffing it up. So the other thing you can do is create like a nice shape. So let's go for Go a bit. That's better. Can you see? So I'll go over it in pen. So anyway, we had a right laugh yesterday. We were talking about, you know, savoury food and unsavoury characters. It cracked us all up, actually. It wasn't for the easily offended. The worst of it is we had a new member yesterday. I don't think she'll ever come again. I think she must have thought, oh, I'm not coming here. They're horrible, racy, terrible, bad manners and all that. Right, hey, there we go. We got our words. I love changing it up. Like, I know I've got a few like skids there. I'd have skidded off, but don't. Pardon. I've got a few. Shouldn't have said that. I've got a few marks there where I shouldn't have gone. I've slipped off. If you want a laugh, go to when live TV goes horribly wrong on Sky. Apparently, I'm on it with a few others. Yes. Right. So first of all, draw my circle. And a circle around it. Yeah, apparently it's TV. So what I'm going to do is just do some shapes here. I'm just getting back to my moodling roots. Doesn't have to be tidy or neat. I'm just mixing it up. And this could be a smaller version that you put on a card, or you mix it up. You know, you sort of collage. If you've got rice papers, these would look brilliant on them. Stuff like that. So simple flower. You're all experts at this now. So turn it round so it's like this, and I'm just going to put weeny flowers around it, only because it's such a small space. It sort of feeds better into the whole style. And I might do another one that's just, you know, some of them might look better the opposite way. Yeah, like that. So double line. So basically this is just something. You might have the word already stamped, which is a really nice idea. You might have like somebody birthday coming up or something like that, and you need to think about things that you're going to put on them. Well, this is a great way of, you know, doing a card with a word that means something on it that you can sort of just create. And it's true, you can just create them. So I'm thinking about them coming out of here. So I quite like, I've got this here, so I'm going to do a couple of these. Draw a circle. Like that. I'll do some here. These are so handy. I keep these. You've seen me use these little templates before. This one's handy because it goes like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw. Is that pencil or pen or what? Ah, pencil. Right. So I've got my circle. You know when we're drawing animals. Like that. So circle to the edge. It's like a P. But then bring it down. Like that. It's really simple. Maybe that P might be a bit big. Do you know what? That's going that way, so this will have to be that way. So I'm just going to go P and round. That don't look right. So that P has to come P. That's it. Oh no, that don't look right. Looks rubbish. Has to come from maybe there. That's better. Might do some more little ones. Right, so I'm going to go over them in pencil. All I do is you come up, round your circle, close a bit nearer, and then that's better. Do you know what? I've got a new great grandnephew, and I hadn't seen my great grandniece just when I was about to go. I have an old lady fault. And I can say that because I'm an old lady. And I went down like a pasty. Like a pasty. Well, Emma, that's the one that's on telly. Yes, I started apparently with that. I don't know if they say it. I haven't seen it, but I think Elaine said that I'm on it saying, oh, you can see me saying that. Oh, terrible, terrible. So now I'm just going to do some small. I think we'll just do, I don't want to do anything too. So these are like hooks, so it's round, round, like that. Quite nice. I'll do some more. So it's round, like shepherd hooks, I think. Oh, where have I got these from? Right, around the letter or the word to bring some sort of magic to the letters, if there can be any magic. Just do some circles, not mad circles, just do a few. I get carried away, and before you know it, it's like you can't see outfit circles. So some of these might be in the way, but don't stress. You like that. So then I'll do the little pokey things coming out there. Quite like that there. Put some more around here. Like that. Okay, I'm happy with that. So I'm just going to do some around here, and I think same again. Any free space. I don't know if I'm going to put colour on this, but any free space around the word I will take up with so it's emphasising the word but not too much. Got my pinny and everything on. And I dressed me wig. Yep, dressed me wig. If people don't know what that means, when we were hairdressing, people used to bring in wigs to be dressed. And it used to mean like I've got a scrunchy hairpiece, so it means like washing it and just flicking it about. But yeah, we used to have them wash and dressed. So I did that. You've seen me on telly with it. There was years and years of it, and people didn't realise it was a. Then everybody was wearing them. It was fashionable, wasn't it? Not exactly a trendsetter. Although I did notice an increase of these earpieces and stuff like that. So here is the flower. That's all cool. So do we need to come around here to create? I don't know, because that might be a bit too. Let me see, I've done it here. Right, okay, so I'm going to look at some of the flowers. I like this shape. Like that. I love that shape. It just, I don't know, it sings to me. So we've got like, I don't know what that looks like. Looks like a turd. I'll put another turd there so it's not on its own. No, it looks like a cactus now. That's all right. It's still dodgy though, isn't it? There we go. I'll tart it up so it looks a bit better. And then here, you can put colour in all them. And some good old spirals. Not too many, as I do go overboard. So I'm going to put a little building up flowers as we go. And I've done it so that it's pointy outwards, pointing outwards. So you can use that as your boundary. I mean, everybody does these more or less now. Hello, Jenny. And it's like you just Zentangle and Doodle. Jenny's really good at this, but it's like they've all been done before, and you just put your own spin on it because I can only help inspire you. What I don't want to do is completely, you know, tell you what to do. I'd like to just suggest an idea, but not this is what you have to do. As I've always said, ingredients, and then you have your own recipe. And then put some of those little hooks in. Then we've got some look like gold clubs, don't we? I'll do a flower here. This is what mindful moodling was all about when I set it off. It was about mixing up your um, what you can use and the medias together and how you dress it up and stuff. So yeah, it's and I'm just doing another flower with pointy petals. Now I'm going to put a couple more in and then it just sits right, and then I'll do so if you've got your pencil colours, they'll come after you've drawn this, or and this will be ready for my Patreons as well. I should really take a picture of it before I colour it, but put 3 in there to create that, and then I might do a leaf there. Now I haven't got a place for a leaf, but and then I'm just doing these squiggles. And I'll just do they remind me of helicopters, not proper helicopters. I don't mean like where ones. I mean like things, whatever, from trees. That's it. Where? What's where? Oh gosh, he's lost the plot. Yeah, we might do another flower here. I think Leonie did some stuff like this, didn't she? And it was really beautiful. Oh, so but we had a right laugh yesterday. Sycamore, that's it. Oh, laugh. Shall I tell everybody or shall I not? It might be a bit offended. People might get offended by it. Like when I said that about the foot file. Oh dear. So here, filling it up. I said don't fill it up. What have I done? Fill it up. Right. I'm loving that. Not yet. I'll get my watercolours out. And the colours today I am going to be using. Oh, hey, what have I done? Colours today I'm using are my core and my Jane Davenports because I love them. So I brought these to you before. These I adore. Where's my bucket? There's an all in my bucket. Eliza. Right, can I give you a tip? Can I give you a tip? Get some of these, right? Because then instead of getting your paintbrush, water, all you do is you get a bit of that in there and it's always clean then. You know, rocket science it's not, but why did it take someone else to show me? Because that's what it's about, isn't it? We're ignorant till we know. So I've got oh look at that. That is because I've left it in water. Left it in water like a banana. Not a pasta, a banana. Right. Oh, I'm glad you're okay. I don't know. I think it's bad. I can't repeat it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a bright colour behind this. And this is so not bright. I picked the wrong one and I actually quite like that. This is it's like ochre. And it's a beautiful colour. So here comes my colouring in. And I had a dirty brush, look, can you see? Now I've got mixed media paper, hence it's behaving strange. But I put a little thing on the group yesterday and it's been really helpful about Lightfast products and I find that really helpful, because if you're going to sell your stuff and stuff like that, then you need to know that it's going to be on someone's wall and okay. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be on the wall and stay in there, but it's going to be okay and not fade. Because there are some that aren't like fast, and before you know it, they've disappeared. I'm not saying that, but I do know there's some that do that, but I'm not in the market to start saying all that. So you please make your own judgments about that one. But yeah, there's some that you think, oh wow, I like these, and then 3 weeks later they've gone. So just be mindful that it doesn't matter if it's in your journal, does it? Because that can be anything. But if you're doing it as a gift or a present, or to sell, then be mindful of that as well. Right, I'm just going all the way around with this. I just want it nice and bright, and this ochre colour is great. Don't know why I was neat round that. That's pathetic. I'm stupid like that. Do you ever do that? Look, I don't need to colour beneath there, and yet I'm there trying to go around it. What a banana! Get in, you idiot. I'd love to try. I want to clean this brush because it's naff. The brush isn't naff, it's me. I've not got the water on right place. Let me get it in. Right, that's better. The only problem is you can't see it very well, but who cares? I didn't see that. Oh, you bum. Never mind. You see how bright the colour is with a clean brush? I'm glad I went a little bit lighter there, because it looks like I did it on purpose now, doesn't it? But I didn't. I did. Of course I did. Of course I did. No. I've gone in there, but don't tell anyone. Like a mustard colour. A katsu curry colour. That's the one. Oh, I love them. They do it at the monastery. Very partial to a katsu curry. There we go. So we've got a bit of, well, that looks naff, doesn't it? So I'm just going to lift that colour a little bit. Don't tell anyone it's top. There we go. I'm just going to, the only reason I'm doing this mixed up colour is because I want it to be bright, and it's base that I can build up with other colours. So even though I've gone over some of the lettering, you can still see the word. So just adding a little bit more water to some areas, and there's a reason. There is a reason, because what I'm going to do is just drop in some tiny bits of colour. And it's going, the colour really is going to be on the inside. And it needs to be wet because I want it to blend. So I don't want to stripe like that. What I want is blend. So by just wetting it like there, again, I'm not going to do the top, just going to be this way. And the bit of the wonderful colour I've got down the sides of it. Oh, I love that. See how it's just creating that tiny bit. It's only a tiny bit. See, that's too dark, but it doesn't matter because I've got the colour there. And I'll show you again. So in there, look, that now looks like I'm putting a line to it. But if I add the yellow that's on here, that colour you can't see, that invisible one, that one. See how it's started to come a little bit more alive? I might add some more to these. I might take some away. The problem with this is because, oh, that's better. Because it was dark there, I'm having to deal with that as well. There we go. Don't get cocky. Don't get cocky, because if you do, you can fluff up. Right, so a bit here as well. And as it dries, the colour changes because it lightens, as you know. So I've got a nice, sorry, my thumb's clicked. Got bad thumb there. Right, so I've got that. I'm going to create some gold on there in a minute. So the next thing is I'm going to use some colours to just really make this bit pop. So I've got some yellow there, but I'm going to get some red. Now you can see that. These are like no other colours for opacity, for brilliance. I'm crazy brilliant colours. So I'm just going to put in the red there. Now bear in mind I had the orange on it, so it's slightly what's the word, muted with the yellow. So I put all of it on, then your brush, get some more, and then what I'm going to do is drop in some red, and that, dropping that in will give me a bit of a contrast between those two. So here I'll do the same, so I'm not fighting, is I'm going to put that on there. Oh, let me get you off, Blathers. What am I doing here? Clicking on you. I didn't know you were on, lovely. I've got to click. There we go. Sorry about that. Let me get that off as well. You can see a bit better. No, I was happy to. Normally I take some crochet and stuff to the monastery, but yesterday I was watercolouring and I was just in my element. Seriously, happy as a pig in Maya. I really was happy. Happy, happy, happy. And it was just because I was doing really simple little things, and they may not ever sell, but they're all hand created artworks, and I'm just like, yeah, I like them. But the main thing is I enjoy doing them. So I've got that nice red there. So I'm going to pick up the magenta, which is a pinky red, and I'm just going to drop in. There you go. You can see a bit better now. This one. And I'm just going to drop in on one side only. Don't worry too much if it's like one side is not where the light is. It really don't matter. It's your work. So just like that, it looks a bit mad at the moment to do that, but you'll see. So now I'm going to just clean my brush off, she says. And I'm just going to run some water over it. And what that happens is, after a few minutes, it starts to blend in. You know, the pigment migrates pill. No. There's a word for it. I can't remember it. And bleed as well, but there's a word for it. Capillary reaction, I know, but what else? Right, so I've got a few there. This takes me back to when I first started out and what I love about being creative and mindful. If it hadn't have been for these, I wouldn't have been doing this now, I think. I would have been, I don't know, arrested, probably. Yeah. Right. Again, just run the water on them so that it can have time to sort of blend in. You can always add more, but you can't take it away. So here we've got that nice, this is still a bit insipid. So, and then if you take a picture of this and then change it and edit it on your phone, oh, it's brilliant then because you've got all sorts of different things you can do, black and white, warm tints, cool tints, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. So I've got this and I've got a tint of red, tint of orange, tint of a hint of black and white as well, which is going to be, so I'm going to do some, well, I could do greens, I think, and blues, but I would do blues in me curly whirly bits. It's this bit here that I'm thinking, well, what colour should I do? And there's pinks and stuff, and there's a pink called Cobalt Pink Hue, and then there's Potter's Pink, and Potter's Pink it's a great little colour. That one's a nice colour, but it's, oh, what is it? Corpus Caput. So it sounds like dead body, doesn't it? So I'm not too enamoured about that one. So I'm going to get some pink. And I'm just going to go at the bottom here. I'm not going to be too neat. And because we had the orange, orange. It's one thing you know about Manchester people, we don't have the word H. So to have orange, right, like that, clean my brush. Go what I'm saying. Oh yeah. Some colours have got some right names. So here I'm just doing the same, letting it blend. And if you're unsure of blending, it is really easy. All you do is you do one side where it is, and then you go with water at the other side, and then work towards the paint. And then where it mixes, it does its own thing, you know. If you start there, it's hard to sort of go like that then because it's dark. So start light, and then it wicks down. So I'll show you again. Put your colour here. I've got a tiny bit of pink on my brush, but not too much. And then I'm just going to go like that. And the water does the rest. I'm not clever enough. I am. So, got that. And I'm just going to clean that off, guys. I'm going to use a bit of clean water. A tiny bit of the yellow. Oh, it's not yellow. Ah, you silly woman. Right. So this is the great thing about watercolours. Yay. You can get rid of them quite easily. I've just sent for something else that I tried years ago and I can't find it. It's safe somewhere. And it's lifting medium, so I'm going to have a go with that as well. So that makes it easier for you to lift off colour, you know. There we go. So got the pink. And that's quite nice, that, because it's giving that whole thing a bit of punch, hasn't it? Now what I'm going to do is get the colour, and I'm going to do a little bit more, but this time a V in the same Potter's Pink. Now these colours like Potter's Pink, Caput and all that, they're extra colours like turquoises and stuff, but people like Jane Davenport, they have them in their colours, so that's really cool because that means you're not having to buy loads of extra colours because she's put the most popular. You see, these colours were around when the colour teal wasn't popular. So what's happened is, people like Jane Davenport and that are now looking at the new colours that people use, and that's it. It's teals and turquoise and and Payne's grey, but in different colours. So yeah, it's a different market now. So we've got that nice hue going on with the same colour. So we could do it up here, but I think maybe another pink might be, or purple might be called for it. So I have got a purple, very strong purple. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a blob on the top of the petals. Technical term, blob on the top. Clean your brush, she said. And then what I'm going to do is the same here. You have to wash your brush a lot though, because purple's a really hard colour to work with. It can be strongest ever. It can be the most unlight fast ever because it's a man-made colour. You can get it through snails, but that's been a long time ago. One of the stories behind finding purple was when a dog came back to his owner and it had a purple mouth and it had been eating snails, and hence the colour. There's lots of, but mainly they do come from shellfish. But they might come from, I know a lot of them are manufactured now, so. Right, so I've got that purpley colour coming on now, but I'm just going to do the opposite here. And if you've got any duff bits, then this is the best bit because you can cover it. It will wick and bleed, but it really doesn't matter because you want a softness there that's not too hard. So, just going to pull that in. I'm going to pull that out now. You can see it's starting to create a little bit of depth. Right. By the time this is finished, the watercolours will look totally different, but that's what you want, isn't it? You want that. There we go. So we've got some nice colours there. I've got a bit of green. So I'll throw in a bit of green there, I think. And I really mean throw it in. This is mixed media paper, so you're going to get a different reaction than you would pure watercolour. This is grabbing onto some colour. I did my horse in it the other day. It looked rubbish. But if I'd have done it on other paper, it would have looked, different again. So I'm looking at this now. I've got a little bit there I can add to purple to that. I'm not too worried about the bits over it because I can add that with a coloured pen, So I'm just going to put in some purple bits. Maybe a few here, just so it doesn't look odd. So if you've got your nice pens, get them out. Oh, my turdy one, I'll do that in purple. Right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to forget that I've actually got that colour there. I'm going to forget that I've drawn lines and doodles and colours in it, and I'm just going to wrong colour again. That yellow seeping everywhere. I've just got what we call a Payne's grey, so it's quite a dark colour. Add the yellow to it and a bit of purple, and it will give me a nice grey or neutral tone, as we say. And this is a really nice way of adding shade. And then if you see that you've missed some, you can sort of go, oh, do that bit, oh, do that bit. But this would be nice on the front of anybody's card. Plus, it's a really nice thing to do for yourself. You know, when you're thinking of something to do, what do I do? How do I do it? What can I do? This is a great way of building up some of your ideas and then getting inspired for other things. So I'm just going to blend that out the same we did. Take the colour out. Just going to put a little bit of the grey and the purple around here just to give it a bit of a there we go. I'm not loving that, but there's only nothing I can do about that because that's one of them thingy colours. And that's when I get really annoyed with myself because I know the paper, I know what happens to it, and I still do it. So it's like, you silly woman. But these things happen to us all. But it seems to be more to me than anyone else. What have I dropped? Right, I've got some golds and silvers here. Yes, it was. They were, Carol. They were used a lot for royals. I put too much water in this. Now look, boom. And then they moved before I managed to get them. Right, so just looking at this, and I'm just going to put in some copper, perhaps in lines. I'm not going to go to colouring in. I'm just going to draw with me. I'm just going to draw with me paintbrush because I want to give it a sort of a halo. So like that. So you could just see them. And you can always put, as I say, put the colour on after. Now I'm thinking Potter's pink here. And then that way getting a bit of a blend there. Let me see now. So I am just going to get copper. Just now and again. Just basically to fill in colour now. Right, so now what I'm going to do is get quite a bit of the copper, and I'm just going to go on the inside of the board line that I got, and all I'm going to do is just bring the water out. See what I mean? I'm just bringing the colour out. So I'll do it again on there. Draw the line around the inside of where I did my embossing, like that, and then a bit more water on it. And then what I can do is just bring that in, and it softens the whole thing up, look. And it gives it great depth, a lot more depth than you realise. adding a bit more around this side, even over colours that I've already got, doesn't matter. So blend. That's the secret to it. It's a bit like makeup. Blend the edges, blend it in. We used to say, you look like you've got a tide mark. She's great, my mum. Naughty but nice. Right. Boom! Where did that come from? Colour it in. Right, can you see? That is still annoying. So what I'm going to do is that's better. You can't see it much on there, but it does look better here. And all because the colour was grabbed by the paper. So in order to make sure that I'm just going to go a little bit here, just so that you can, I think you can just see it there. Put it with your finger. Right, I'm in a dilemma now because I'm thinking, what do I want to create here? Do I want to leave that white? Well, the answer is no. So what colour do I want? I think I'm going to have to go with copper. So I'm going to have to really make sure I don't put this down anyway. Let's see. It needs to be a bit thicker than that, I think. No, not yet. Not convinced yet. I don't want it white anyway. Definitely softer like this. But it does need some more pen work. That's one thing for sure. But I think what I might add is a little bit of depth on the bottom by adding the Payne's grey, so it makes it gunmetal, and then over the lines that join them as well. I think maybe that would give it a good. A tiny bit of the Payne's grey and purple because it's there. Now you can mix it off palette and off paper, but I like the way I can blend it when it's on there. So again, the dark. It's amazing how that little bit, and each time you put a bit on, you go less and less. So I'm just going to take that off. I've more or less got a dry brush now, and I'm just blending it up. But it won't work if it were damp underneath. See? So I'm going to do a little bit more. I think that there, because it's so big and on its own, it's, there you go, that's a bit better. So okay, we've got that. Excuse me. This flower here, I think it just needs a little bit more. So I'm just going to put Payne's Grey there, just underneath. And don't forget, the paper's still damp because it's had that much water thrown at it. It's not a time to dry thoroughly. So again, give it time and a little bit of water to blend out, and it doesn't look so graphic-y like a line, you know, big black line like the kids used to do at school. Huge black line around everything and on everything. Drives me nuts. I need to give it a bit more oomph. I could go around, it's quite successful that I could go around there as well. Right, let's try this now. Red in it. You don't have to do what I'm doing like this. You could leave it, or you could cut it out if you've got a word. Do a background and then put this lettering on top. Doesn't have to be in it. We're just trying to create a shadow of perhaps, you know, where if it'd been 3D on the paper, it would create a great shadow. So parts of it would be lighter than others. But what we don't want is a thick line like that, because that just is not what we want. So like that thick line just looks muppetry, as we'd call it. Muppetry. It's too much for what I want. And it won't wick well, that. It really won't wick well. Just going to add some little bits of gold here. Not enough. Thick enough for you to be able to see the gold, but not enough to get rid of the lines underneath. You see? So when the new club comes out, you're going to get things like this. And I'm not going to be doing this live as much now. I'm going to be going straight to Patreon, or I might only do one every few weeks live. I'll still do them, but it's going to be mainly on my Patreon now. So you're going to get this, a mixed media one. I mean, I'm able to do it bank transfer if people wish to do that. It actually works out better if you do that, because I don't get charged and you don't get charged. Because on Etsy, I pay £2, you pay £2. You know what I mean? Connors. Right, so what you can do, another little trick you can do, let me get rid of that, is where the line is, put another one, and you get sort of, you can get like a, you can get like an edge, or you can go around it with gold. You know, if you've got gold wax, gold wax, or if you do it that way, you can sink colour into it. Let me show you what I mean. So if you're going into that way, you can sink colour in. But to me, that defies the object, because defeats the object, sorry, because you're getting rid of it. You can't see it now. You can see it better without that. So the only other way is to do that either side. But again, sometimes it's better off, you're better off just leaving it. So we've got a happy-go-lucky, away, behave. Thank you. Oh, don't worry, no one's. But I forgot a white pen and stuff on this now. That would look quite nice. But just to show you different little, you know, odds and sods, how I go about creating different ideas and what they look like when they first start is horrible. But then when you get, that's better. When you get working on it and building it up, you know, trust the journey. So I like that better for me anyway. Trust the journey. After time, we'll throw them away. Don't throw them away, because you're only at the start. It's a bit like when your teeth are grown when you're a kid. It's like, I hate them. You grow into them, don't you? Or they fall out. But you work into him, you know. I've seen loads of kids, and I used to think their head's too big, and they've grown into their heads. Does that make sense? I don't mean that in a bad way. I'd never do that. But do you know there's features on people, and I think, you know, I used to think my nose is massive, but my head's gone to meet it now, so it doesn't matter so much. Right, I'm going to love you and leave you there. Oh, an hour and 20. Oh, we started off with Crafter's Companion, got our board out, had a bit of a emboss round to get that nice shape. Then I showed you how to draw the word if you're not into, you know, your lettering and stuff, or you're not sure about it. Easy way of doing it. I showed you how to do that. And we've just built up some patterns and colours around it. You know, you can use any of the ones that you like to do. I know Jenny's a real Zentangler, so she can do a Zendoodle and tangle, and oh, shut up with us. And then I've been doing my little pieces of artwork. Show you again, which look like pressed flowers. I really love these, actually. Really love these. And got a bit of glisten in them. But they've been a pleasure to make. The only problem is I'm a bit addicted to them. Hundreds of the damn things. Let me try and show you the other one I did. Yay! Found one. That one. And that one. Can you see it? Yeah, with a buddleia. You see the gold in it? Yeah, so I tried them with the buddleias as well. So yeah, I hope you like them. I'm going to be like a stack of cards. Come on, pick a card, any card. I've done that and that, and I've done some others. You know, I mean, I went a bit mad here, but I've got my kit out, my Crafter's Companion, and looking at that. Excuse me, and all the different shapes you've got that you could do your embossing with. And then these are what I'm going to be doing in a minute. Different shapes. If you can see that one. There we go. What that one is. But yeah, some round ones would be quite nice. Some square, some round, some as big as your head. Where's the other at? There they are. Oh, that went a bit iffy, didn't it? Yeah, so I hope you want to see them. If you want any help with watercolours, just let me know. But I can highly recommend Core. Very highly recommend them. Jane Davenport, Winsor and Newton, very pigmented. Absolutely. Cinellier, another one, really good. And get yourself sat down, do some watercolours, cheer yourself up, and and remember that that's what it's about. That's what we're here for. Mix it all up. Mix it all up. Draw from all your inspirations and put all your different things on and really mix it up so that you get to do all sorts. So thank you so much, all of you. I think the world of you. I'm going to go away and do some more recording for my new venture with the monthly projects, and I still got some nails. They're scrubbed, aren't they? Scruffy. Do you know what? If I scrub them, what's that? Looks like I've got long hairs. If I scrub them anymore, it could take skin off. But yeah, girlies. Look at that. Anyway, I'll shut up. And I will see you on Monday. Might do a bit more journaling. I've not done some journaling for a long time in an old textbook. So get your textbook, remind me what we're going to do, and I'll see you here on Monday. Bye. Doobie doo. Where's my button? Pasties.